Zippity doo dah! Beautiful day, great to be alive. Hey, what's up everyone? This is Chris Brown here again. Now, as you can probably guess from the title of today's video, we're filming today's video in a couple of different parts. So for the first part here, we're filming it from the Port Hotel and Marina here in Crystal River, Florida. And for those of you who are Elvis fans, I guess this is where he filmed, or where he stayed for the filming of a movie called Follow Your Dream, which was filmed in, I guess they were working on it in 1961, so a few years ago they had their 50th anniversary of the filming. But come on with me as we go ahead and get started with today's video. Okay, so last night in a room we were watching some episodes of Shark Tank, and it got me thinking, what if Shark Tankers were investing in your business? What would Shark Tankers... Okay, so in our room last night we were watching Shark Tank. They had like this marathon of Shark Tank episodes, and I really like that show. It's really good for business owners and entrepreneurs. It's a really great show to watch. There's not a lot of good, high-quality TV anymore. And that's just one of the few shows that I do like. I don't watch too much TV in the first place, but when I do have a chance, that's one of the shows I do like. And it got me really thinking about this. And so what we decided to entitle today's video is, what would Shark Tankers say about your business? So again, we're going to break this up into a couple of different parts. So if a Shark Tanker was evaluating your business and looking at your business to invest money in it, one of the things that they would want to know is, does your business solely rely upon you? Now you might be thinking, what does Shark Tank have to do with my business? I already run a business. I'm building a business. And yeah, there's actually quite a lot that a Shark Tanker and your business would have in common. Now, first of all, a normal Shark Tanker is looking to take your business and make, 20, 30, 40, 50 million dollars out of it. Chances are you're not looking to do that. So that's one of the obstacles, and one of the reasons that you might say that there's a big difference between what Shark Tank does, or what a Shark Tanker does, and what your business would be doing. And so one of the things that I brought out before is, this isn't just about you making a bunch of money. This is also about helping you to become more efficient with your time. Take, for instance, that within a normal working career, a person will, let's say, who makes $25,000 a year, within 40 years they're going to make $1 million. And we're going to need to make $1 million over our lifetime in order to retire. We're actually going to probably need to make a couple of $1 million. So the difference is, you can take 40 years to do it, or you can do it in a few years. So what we're doing here, it's not about you, it's not about you just being super rich and super successful or anything like that. Of course, there's some of you that are watching this video that want to do that, but this is more or less about how to become more efficient. As you probably heard me say before, that life is filled with precious moments, and if we work too many of them, if we work too hard and miss too many of those precious moments, we'll wonder why we were working so hard in the first place. And we all have friends, hobbies, family, things that we'd rather do than working, right? But we need to have the money and the time freedom to be able to do those things. Okay, so for the rest of this video, I'm going to film it here in Walt Disney World. I'm in downtown Walt Disney World, and they're now calling this Disney Springs. So one of the questions, or one of these steps again, for the if Shark Tank guys were, the Shark Tankers were investing in your business, one of the things that they would want to know is, does your business rely on you? So step number one is, does your business rely upon you? Now, I want to tell you a little bit of a story. About 10 years ago or so, if you went to Vegas, there was a show called Siegfried and Roy. Some of you might be familiar with it. I think it's been closed down for now somewhere about 10 years or so. But it was a very, very popular show. At the time, they had a contract where they got signed for a contract for like $300-some million per year for this show. Huge contract, very successful show. But what ended up happening is their entire business relied upon them. Okay, So what ended up happening is these two guys had this show and they worked with tigers and stuff like that. And one of the guys got mauled by one of the tigers. Very unfortunate for him, very life-threatening, obviously, but it also was very damaging for their business because he got injured, and he got so injured that he couldn't continue the show, and not long after that, their contract got canceled as well. Now, you compare that to, let's say, the Blue Man Group. So the Blue Man Group, they don't need to rely on one individual person. So if you go to their website now, of course, they have their shows in Vegas, but they have shows in, really all over the country. And I heard they have like 76 people who are part of this Blue Man Group, right? And so they can have people to replace them. And so that's the question that you really need to ask yourself. Does your business rely upon you, either your talent or your skills? Are you irreplaceable, or can you be replaceable? Now, you want to become replaceable in your business, because now in a job, it's a bad thing to be replaceable. You can always lose your job. In a business, on the other hand, it is a bad thing to be irreplaceable. You want to have systems replace you, because if you don't, you got to be always working. You're tied to your company. You can't take days off. You can't take vacations like places like what I'm visiting today. And because of the way that I have built my business, I've built my business so I can be replaceable, right? And so because of that, that enables me to go off and film videos at some of the fun places that I'm able to film these videos. Now, you also look at companies like, of course, Disney, because I'm here at Disney, but Disney has continued to run without Walt Disney himself. You look at Apple. Apple has continued to run their business without Steve Jobs. So their company is not dependent upon them. Now, number two is I have pride in my work. Now, again, in one of these episodes of Shark Tank, and there was this mango jam company. And one of the Shark Tankers were asking them a question about their numbers. Why aren't you outsourcing your work? Why are you doing this all yourself? Because it was so expensive. It just cut the profit margin down so much. And one of these ladies, one of the things that they said is that we have pride in our work. And again, one of the Shark Tankers says, well, the numbers don't make sense. Your profits are too little. And it just like shocked her, put her, you could just see the expression in her face, because this lady valued her pride in her work. She valued the hard work that she did. But at the end of the day, the numbers didn't make sense. Now, again, money is a very, very emotional subject, right? So in the case of this lady with the mango jam company, right? She deemed hard work as valuable, because, again, in many cases, people only know how to make money one or two ways. And one of the primary ways is by exchanging time for money. So she thought that her doing the work herself was valuable, and it was valuable enough for them to receive the $100,000 that they were asking for with investment money from the Shark Tank guys, right? But again, the amount of value that we provide, we get paid based upon the amount of value that we provide to the marketplace. And it's not deemed by what we ourselves consider as valuable. It doesn't matter what our opinion is, but what is the marketplace willing to pay for? Now, one of the things that we've talked about in our previous videos is when you exchange time for money, that's the lowest amount of value that we can provide. The second is by our communications, the way that we sell, by how we handle people, the way that we deal with people, our communication skills. And the third way is by being innovative. Now, another example of this is there's people online that are really upset. There's this guy on YouTube. He plays video games. He films himself playing video games, and he made $7 million last year. Now, a lot of people get upset about that because he's not putting in hard work, right? But he is putting in the type of work that the marketplace deems as valuable. Now, no, it is not hard work. It's a lot of fun, I would imagine, right? People play video games for fun, but he's been able to turn his passion, what he enjoys, and he's been able to make at least as of last year, he made $7 million doing that. So again, we have to look at what do the numbers say? What actually makes sense for us. Is exchanging time for money, is that valuable? Or is being innovative more valuable? Now again, a lot of you are working way harder than what you need to, right? So what we need to do is we need to focus on how we can provide commercial value, not provide value based upon our opinion, because a lot of times our opinion is wrong. But what we want to do is we want to focus on providing commercial value. Now we can rant, rave, we can get upset about this, but if we want to win, we have to play by the rules of the game. So it's much more productive for us to focus on what we can do about it, what we can do to address the situation, what we can do to fix the problem, instead of focusing on how unfair it is. Now again, most of you only know how to make money one or two different ways. And generally what that is by exchanging time for money. But what we want to do is we want to build an asset. And an asset helps us to make money whether we're working or not. And there's a lot of different ways that we could do this. You know, some of these business owners that I've talked with and have worked with, you know, they might be a plumber or, you know, running an exchanging time for money type of business, but they might go ahead and start selling some items on eBay or Amazon, and that's a business that enables them to make money even though that they may not be working. And so that's one of the ways that we can become more value to the marketplace. Again, I showed you in another example how, you know, there's this kid and he's playing video games on YouTube and he's made like $7 million doing that. So that's a way to become innovative by providing what the marketplace deems that has commercial value. Now, I hope this information has been helpful. Take care, everyone. Have a great day. We'll see you in our next video. Now, if you haven't done so already, to proceed on to the next step, just click down below, directly underneath this video, and proceed to the next step. Otherwise, take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Now again, I hope this information has been helpful. If you'd like some help putting this all together, I want to invite you to order your free DVD, where you will discover how to use the money your competition is spending in advertising in order to get you more business for yourself. Now, the first time that I did this, I used $100,000 that one of my competitors had already spent in advertising, and I used that money to be able to get 141 sales within my very first 6 hours. And I'll show you how companies like Apple, Disney, and McDonald's use this as well and how you can use it. Next, you will see how to harness the spending power of your customers who are spending money with other businesses to make 10 to 20 times more profits from your already existing customer base. So you have customers, and your customers are going out and spending money with other businesses. So I'll show you how to make money when your customers go off and spend money with those other businesses. Then we'll also reveal the secrets of what companies like Apple, Disney, and McDonald's do to never pay out of pocket for their business expenses ever again, and how you can do the same, and how to get companies to pay you in order for you to advertise your business, and much, much, much more. So again, I want to encourage you to order your free DVD, and you can do that at freedvd.prostarprofits.com.